What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Ayreon. Yes, indeed. Ayreon Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Bill Schaffer, and Bill wanted to see me react to this song by Ayreon called Dawn of a Million Souls.
I'll swallow your soul!
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, hold on, I recognized it, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Rick'emrose. Wow, okay? And the video has 156,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. Ayreon, Dawn of a Million Souls, Universe, Lyrics and Subs. Lyrics and subs. Okay. Whatever that means. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, boy, let's do this!
Don't think the crowd recognizes it. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 keyboards. Wow. Nice production. Definitely spent some money on production.
The beginning of beginnings. One cosmic soul was created. A bringer of life, a universal migrator. Born to sow its seeds in all the galaxies.
His voice sounds really familiar. I saw his name up, and the name doesn't strike any chord with me, but his voice sounds very familiar, and I know exactly where I heard it from. But I could be wrong. Maybe he just sounds like the guy. Black Sabbath has had multiple singers, and there was one album in particular that I actually, it got a lot of heat, and I don't know why, because I thought the album was a really great album. I forgot the name of the album. I forgot if the album was called Headless Cross, but I know that the big hit on the album was Headless Cross. His voice sounds a lot like the vocalist that was on that album. I could be wrong, but it sounds really familiar. Maybe he just has one of those voices that sounds like that vocalist does, but I heard him singing, and the first thing that went through my mind was Headless Cross. Boom. There it is. Anyway, I like the feel of the song. The energy is good. I like that slow, dirgy feel. I like it. The piano patch, using that, it almost sounds like a Hammond or a Rhodes, mixed with a pipe organ, playing in unison with the guitars. I heard that and I was like, at first I wasn't sure what it was. And then I realized it was the keyboard. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like the patch. It sounds really, really good. Let's keep going. Let's see how this goes here.
Like a shell divided my cradle, born so it seems in all the galaxies. Like a shell divided, it's dancing all directions, dreaming love among the stars.
Good mic awareness.
I'm struck with awe as I join the great migrator. As we take flight to the brightest star of all, on a quest for life, through the same old skies, what a show! Behold, the dawn of a million souls, on a boat crusade, in the realm of shame, what a show! Behold, the dawn of a million souls.
Blend with the lead vocal with the backing vocals, or pyro. They spent some money on production. There's no doubt.
Through the glowing mist, like a father radiation, I can see the forming of new planets. Well, it's like I've been struck by thunder as I witness for the splendor, and I realize just how small we really are. On a quest for life, through the same old skies, what a show! Behold, the dawn of a million souls, on a boat crusade, in the realm of shame, what a show! Behold, the dawn of a million souls, on a quest for life, through the
Okay, let's pause real quick. Let's go down the checklist for a live show. Let's go down the checklist. Stage presence, check. Yeah, the presence is definitely there from everybody. Everybody's making their presence be known. Nobody's staying back and hiding in the shadows. Stage energy, check. A lot of movement and motion around the stage. I like it. Everybody's moving around that can move around. Obviously, keyboard player is stuck behind his station, and same thing with the drummers. The backing vocalists kind of have to stay back there, but everybody at the front of the stage is moving around. I like that. Stage interaction, check. I've seen several times, several of the musicians interacting with each other, so that's always good to see. Crowd interaction, check. Him in particular, moving around the stage, pointing into the crowd, engaging the crowd. Great. That's my big one, is crowd interaction. Showmanship, check. Yeah, everybody is doing a great job of putting on a great show. Production, check. Bonus points, absolutely. Production, unless you're a production-based band, production really isn't a huge deal. But if you have it, it's definitely bonus points. And they definitely sank some money into this. I mean, the pyro usage, the cryo usage, the vid screens, the lighting, it's great. And even going as far as the stage setup, how the stage has been built, for the risers, for the keyboard and for the drums, keeping the bottom floor clear for everybody at the front of the stage to be able to move around freely without bumping into each other. So yeah, they've checked off every single box. And on top of that, it's a really nice sounding song. So to be honest with you folks, I really got no complaints about this. None. So I'm having a good time. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Nice fill. Accelerando. And now we got sparklers.
Thank you.
Flash spots at the end. Nice. Got no problem with it. None. No complaints. Everything I saw looked great. Everything I hearded. Did I just really say hearded?
What's the matter with you?
Wow, what is wrong with me today? Everything I heard sounded great. Got no problems with that. I have an idea of where this is going to go, but I want to make sure before I open my mouth and stick my foot in it. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Ayreon with Dawn of a Million Souls. This was a request from Bill Schaffer. Okay, I got a score. It makes perfect sense to me. Gonna require a little explanation, but honestly, not a whole lot. So I don't think it's gonna be a long review, but it's gonna be a little on the shorter side from what I'm guesstimating. So let's get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Great tune. Great song. It was just a great job overall. The songwriting made perfect sense. I love that slower feel, that kind of dirge feel. Jun, 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 jun. I love that. Feel very good. Nice and chunky. Not too slow, though. Still had the push. Still had a little bit of drive to it, and I definitely can appreciate that. The chordal progression made perfect sense. It felt good all the way through. The musicianship was fantastic from everybody. Everybody sounded great. The drumming, the keyboarding, in particular in the beginning when the keyboardist was playing in unison with the drummer. I like the patch the keyboard came up with. Now, I don't know if that's, I did see, it was some type of an organ. I don't know if that was, I don't think that was a Hammond. It looked kind of small to be a Hammond, but it did look like some type of organ style instrument. Now, I don't know if that's what he was using, or if he was using another keyboard that was emulating like an organ style patch. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever it was, it sounded really interesting mixed with the guitar. At first, I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, what is that? What am I hearing? And then it hit me, oh yeah, the keyboard player. He's probably using a pipe organ patch or a Rhodes or a Hammond sound or something like that. So there we go. But it definitely caught my attention. The drummer had some nice fills, really nice fills. The type of fills that when he starts, you're like, oh, where's this gonna go? And then he finishes out clean. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. But he was just rolling them off so quick. I was like, this could end tragically if he's not careful. But he got through it just fine. Bass and guitar both sounded just fine. I got no issue with any of the instruments up at the front. It sounded really nice overall. The vocalist, I checked. It's not the lead. It's not the vocalist from that Black Sabbath from Headless Cross. That would be, oh shoot, I forgot his name already. I know his first name's Tony, but that wasn't him. But it sounded like him. I was like, that's really interesting. I wasn't sure if that was him or not. Turns out it was not. No, overall, I thought it was a great song. I thought it was a lot of fun to listen to. The song on its own, I would honestly probably give about an 8.3, 8.4, somewhere in there. But you add on the live show, and I've always said this on the channel, a live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, it definitely helped. Let's go down the checklist, shall we? So, stage presence, check. It was definitely there. Stage energy, check. It was definitely there. Stage interaction, yeah, we saw some. Not a lot, but we saw enough to be able to check the box. Crowd interaction, that lead vocalist was constantly interacting with the crowd. Every chance he got. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, looks corny. If you were there, if you were actually there at the concert, I promise you, you'd be definitely be singing a different tune, no pun intended. No, I loved it. I love seeing crowd interaction. And in particular when it's the lead vocalist doing it, because as the front man, that's kind of your job, is to entertain the crowd. So you got two hands, man. One of them's using a mic. What's the other hand using? It's not like guitars or bass where both hands are occupied. You know what I mean? Most of the time. So as a lead vocalist, that's really going to come down to you. You know, now granted, bass players, guitar players, when they're sustaining a note or they're playing on an open string and their left hand's free, sure, you can interact with the crowd, and you should. But really the responsibility lies with the front man. And he did a fantastic job of it. Showmanship, check. Definitely had the showmanship there. A lot of great things happening on the stage. Very entertaining to watch. Production. That shocked me. I was a little surprised by how much production there was. There was a lot between the flames, between the flame pots, the cryojets, the sparklers at the end, the flash pots, and the vid screens. There was a lot of production. I was very pleasantly surprised by that. Was the production necessary? No, it was not necessary. The production wasn't needed to carry the stage energy and the show, but it definitely helped enhance what was happening on the stage. So yeah, definitely bonus points. So yeah, I mean, an 8.7, I feel good with that. I think that's exactly where we need to be, and that is where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap this up in a nice shiny bow. 8.7, great scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and an A letter grade. In closing, just really quick, I know a lot of people are like, well, you gave the last Ayreon a 10. Remember, I gave it a 10 based on humanitarian reasons, because the song was the entire album was specifically written to raise funds for charity. This, I did some research on this entire show. I didn't make any mention of them putting on the show to raise money and raise funds for charity. So there was no mention of that. So I can't do that, guys. I'm sorry. If it had been for charity, if I had seen in my research that they did this entire concert for the purpose of raising funds for charity, it'd be a different story. I would give it a 10 automatically, you know, but I didn't see that. So that's why we're at the 8.7 as opposed to the other reaction for the studio recording, which I gave a 10 for. So just to kind of clear everything up. So just for everyone's clarification. So there we go. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.